the same thing today.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
I knew you shopped together.
I'd like to say he dresses like a girl, but,
Well,
you know, maybe he doesn't.
this is Meredith Lawrence. She's our Blue Jean chef. If there's one item that I want people to really pay attention to in our program, it is actually this item. Because the way in which most people have been opening cans for years, and by the way, did you know that the can opener was invented 11 years after the can? It's a true story.
Come on.
Look it up. Google never lies.
So what, we had all these 11-year-old cans?
No, you know what it was? The first actual cans were utilized in World War I, and men just used their bayonets to open the can.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You're
would
like
I
a
ever
wealth
lie
of
to
knowledge.
you? As
well,
far as
yes,
you know?
would. But that you are a wealth of knowledge.
But what she did with this is really ingenious. What she did is actually reversed the canning process. If you did that with a regular can opener, you would slice your fingers.
Oh my goodness, it'd be terrible. So yeah, exactly. This has uncrimped the can. So it's uncrimped the lid from the can.
So it's not really cutting, so you don't worry about metal filings dropping into your canned goods.
Well, exactly. It just takes the lid right off, so you can actually see it sits right back on. If I wanted to put that lid back on just for a second, I could do that. It sits right on top there. Now, sometimes if the lid is falling off, there's a magnet on the bottom of our can opener that grabs that lid, so you don't have that bouncing on your counter or anything. But this is a lid that you would take off with a traditional can opener, and quite frankly, I'm a little bit scared to even touch it, because look what it can do to a lemon.
I agree.
Right? That's what it can do to a lemon. You know what it can do to your garbage bag when you throw it in your garbage.
You wind up with your trash falling out on the driveway.
Everywhere. Yeah. It's so frustrating.
Regular can openers absolutely leave metal filings in your food. This doesn't. You get the batteries. It's an automated system. It's one button. So if you're someone who has a couple issues with dexterity,
no problem.
It is reversing the process. And there's another factor. It's auto shut off.
I love that it's auto shut off because
they're not all auto shut off.
Right.
So you never know when the can is actually done. So look how simple that is.
There used to be can openers out like this, but they didn't shut off at their own. So you had to kind of guess, when is it done? What position was it in when I put it on? And how does it work? But now, when it's done, it just takes about a second or two to go backwards, release itself from the can, and you know it's finished. Now, I use this can every morning because one of my dogs is lucky enough to get some wet food. And now, of course, she knows. She hears the can opener. She comes running. It's adorable.
I have a bowl with my name on it.
But you see, this one's about to stop right here, and you're going to see it's going to go stop. It's going to go backwards.
Very cool.
And then it's released your
And by the way, you're opening cans of every size, from the tiny little tomato paste cans all the way up to, what is that?
Well, this is a condensed
milk.
But you see, here's the other thing, too. Let's look at the dirt on the bottom of the can opener.
There is none.
There's none, right?
That's beautiful.
Again, because it's uncrimping the lid. It's not digging into the can and cutting off the lid and therefore picking up a little bit of the food. It's just uncrimping the lid so it never gets dirty. Here's the other great thing about this can opener. Look what comes with it. 4 AA batteries. So you get the batteries included with this price, so you don't have to worry. You can, as soon as you get it home, you pop the batteries in, easy to do, and then you just press the button. If you press the button by accident, press it again and it'll stop. Okay. So it's very, very easy.
Control.
Yep, complete control.
You opened a lot of cans for this demonstration. I'm looking at the cans that she bought. you bought the stuff nobody else wanted, didn't you?
So it was on sale.
So we have condensed milk. Wait a minute, what do I have here? Kidney beans.
Yes, I'm making you the best meal ever later on with all of this stuff. Evaporated milk.
Wait, hold on a second. Take a look. Shouldn't this can be empty?
With oh my gosh, here we go. He's here all morning and possibly all week.
or if the boss is watching.
Until noon.
I won't be back tomorrow. So, go for a big can.
So a big can, no problem.
And I'm sorry, I forgot colors. I always forget colors.
Go ahead.
Could you help me with these?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's black.
Thank you. Don't laugh at me.
Black.
It's a disability.
Purple.
Okay.
Red. Blue.
That means orange.
And that's orange, yes.
Because I remember them.
Now here's how you put it on.
Watch this. This is
You're going to put it on like you're holding it in the palm of your hand, and then you put the palm of your hand on top of the lid so that this cutter edge goes to the outside.
And it kind of finds itself.
Right, so then I'm holding it on. If you want to, you can just push it towards the can. You press the button, and you can feel it grab onto the can.
And lifts up
and you see it rises a little bit, and it starts to cut all the way around. When it gets to the other end, what you're going to see is it's going to stop. It's going to go backwards just for about a second.
Right.
That's releasing itself from that can, and then that lid has been uncrimped. You can lift it off. If it falls off, that's when the magnet on the bottom of the can opener will actually grab that.
But for the people who are tuning in, just tuning in, it's not cutting the top of the can. It's actually reversing the canning process. It's uncrimping the lid.
Right, exactly. And then if an instance like this where that lid is going to fall off, the magnet grabs it and takes it with it. So now you don't have any worries. And of course, clean base of that can opener. No worries there because it hasn't dug into the can.
Yep.
It has simply uncrimped the can.
That is so stinking cool.
It is. It's the easiest thing to use. And you know what the other thing, Dan, is that when I'm usually opening a can, maybe a can of tomatoes or something, I'm doing something else. So
Right.
I don't want to start and like try to do the dexterity thing, like get that can. I just put this on, keep doing what I'm doing,
Right.
come back, the can's open.
This is
It's the
brilliant.
epitome of laziness, and I love it.
You know what, though? You bring us great stuff. You really do. She is coming back. We have another presentation to
new.
do together with something brand new.
Yeah.
They're very pretty. Thank you.
Thank
Coming up in less than 10 minutes. So we are going to be a little behind our usual schedule. From the Copper Chef, folks, this is their 9.5-inch square pan. If you've not seen Copper Chef yet, it is revolutionizing the way we think of cooking, and it makes a difference. At $59.97, what we offer you is the 9.5-inch square pan and also the 9.5-inch skillet. So you don't normally get that skillet, and our price is much, much better. Shipping and handling is free. It's a ceramic nonstick that is superior. There is no polytetrafluoroethylene. Ooh. Well, I get paid by the syllable. Yeah. Pat is standing by with one of our dearest friends.
And I can't say that or spell it. So
He did that good, didn't he?
I know, he was really good. So we're going to talk about Lock and Lock, and then we'll pass it on over to Mr. whatever that was. Chris Prime is here. She has been an executive chef for over 30 years. She's an incredible gardener. She can